tatwa kamilabe edika chakwa lungu mutushe muchibote Ata mutushe ae kwena cha finisha ae yo kwena cha finisha utina londolo la shani utina londolo la shani kwena bade cha finisha yo chafinisha bashita sila wena chafinisha bashita sila yo na meso Yesu ya mubili tata na twakami mwone na futi wena kumutima kumesu tulemi mwona bushiku na kasiwa bashita sila chakadipa ediga chakwa lungu chakadipa Ediga chakwa lungu Saifwe tatwa kamilabe Yola tule ila Saifwe Lusaka tualila tata Longula tualila Chikwata tualila yo Living Sode tualila Washita sila Ediga chakwa lungu Mutushe muchibote chakwa lesa Datwakala bechike wiko chenu Etomwa langile abe na Zambia Datwakala befichi tofenu Efe umachitile na Zambia fisuma Edika chakwa lungu Mutushe muchibote chakwa lesa Afrika tulenila Edika chakwa lungu Zambia tulenila Edika chakwa lungu yo chakwa lungu mutushe Mulifila bali wenumea nini weka shiani Edika alingu mimi ya walesa Mchibote chakwa lesa yo Mulifila bali wenumea nini weka shiani Edika alingu mimi ya walesa Mchibote chakwa lesa yo
Welcome, dear viewers, to Lumen this day, and sincere condolences to all the people that are tuned in to this program. Today we are privileged on this program to look at the life and the funeral of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, who died on the 5th of June in South Africa, and the government has accorded him 7 days of national mourning, and today we are on day 3. My name is Sid Mwamainda, and joining me is Vincent Perry. Vincent, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Sydney, and welcome viewers.
And indeed, me and Vincent are privileged today to be joined by Father Dr. Gabriel Maplanga, who is Executive Director of Caritas Zambia. I think he is the right man to be here to look at this, because he's an expert, as you know, in morals and ethics. Father, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sidin, Mr. Piri. I'm grateful to be here, and greetings to all.
Okay. So, Vincent, maybe we start with you. President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, the 6th Zambian Republican president, died in South Africa. What do you make of it?
Well, I think it's sad, really. He's one person that was
president of the Republic of Zambia. And I think he touched a lot of people. He won his election to become president in 2021 after serving in the PF government as an MP and also minister. And I think a lot of things that he has done as MP and also as a president. And so I think people of Zambia will remember him for the many works that he has done, also uniting the country and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. So I think Vincent meant to say President Edgar Chagwa Lungu became president in 2015 and not 2021. He was sworn in as president in 2015 and went up to 2021 when the UPND government party was elected into government. Dear viewers, we've received a number of condolences messages. The Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, on behalf of course, the conference and all Catholic faithfuls, send a message of condolences. Father Gabriel Maplanga, Caritas Zambia, also did the same, and I saw on the page that indeed shared the message of condolences. As you, Father, how did you receive this death announcement of the president?
First of all, speaking on my behalf and also on behalf of Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, as well as Caritas, the Catholic Church in Zambia is very, very saddened that our beloved former president is no more. Our condolences to the family, first of all, and also to the nation as a whole, and to the people that he was leading, and especially those in the former ruling party. We are really sad. This is one man who was very humble. He did a lot for this nation, especially in terms of infrastructure. And not only that, he was a person who was available and also who made himself available to a common person on the street. He was a jovial soul. We could see the way he danced, and he mobilized the people to be around him. And some of them are still around him. It's because of the kind of personality that he had, that he was able to be loved so much by the members of his party, first of all, and also other people that he met. He could relate with people easily, and we really miss him. And the nation needed him at this moment, and to hear that he is no more, it is terrible, even for our democracy. Our democracy needs people like him, who would be there to help in the ruling of this country. So we'll miss him a lot, and we are saddened by his death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, further, you mentioned the nation needed him most, and even our country, our democracy. There is this cry that is coming out from the people that Zambia seems to be very unfortunate in that all the former heads of state are gone. Some people are even looking up to God. What is this? To a point of maybe even saying maybe Zambia is cursed also, for lack of a better term. You are a man of God, you're a priest, first and foremost. What would be your message to such people, people who are speaking like that? Yeah,
sure. The first thing is we need to have a lot of trust and confidence in the Lord, and the Lord is the one who knows what is there for us. The Lord is in charge of everything, and we realize that death is also around us. It can come at any time. Of course, after saying those things, we also agree with the fact that now we have no ex-president, which is sad. We enjoyed the fact that we have someone who served as president and is still living, just as other countries. The other thing is we have been unfortunate in some way because we have lost a number of people who have really ruled this country. Some of them who could not have died at that time because they were slightly young, not old. First of all, losing two presidents in office. That is the one thing that has affected us a lot. When President Mwanawasa died, when a president dies, he has his own characteristics and his way of doing things, and he dies abruptly. That disturbs the nation. So President Mwanawasa died when we didn't expect it. The same President Sata with his program that he had, then abruptly he dies. And those things have really touched us and affected us. Then we have other presidents like, President Kaunda. He stayed with us for quite some time, even after his term of office. He was old. There we could say he goes to rest in peace because of old age. Then we had President Chiluba. Of course, he wasn't too old at the time that he died. He was a former president. He also died. And then we have now President Banda also. He died. And now the current one, President Edgar Lungu, dies at an age that we may not say that he's too old to die. And he dies at the time that we needed to have him as ex-president around to give some guidance. And just to say we have someone around who has served as a president. We are not cased. It is just a circumstance, something beyond our control. And the death can strike at any time. It has done that to our former president. We just give praise and thanks to the Lord.
Yeah, so thank you for that, Father. And reading social media and some information coming from South Africa, we are told today our colleagues in the diaspora, especially South Africa, where the former head of state died, they will be having a memorial service in honor of the former head of state. Here, Father, unfortunately, in some sections, we are not speaking the same language during this funeral. There are people who are saying messages that are contrary to what the government is saying. What should we be doing in this period as Zambia and as people, and just in mourning the head of state?
Yes. The first thing is the best way to mourn Mr. Edgar Lungu or Dr. Edgar Lungu is to unite ourselves, to be one and to mourn him in unity. The second thing is, of course, to have sympathy for the family, especially for the family. What is happening is quite disheartening that we cannot come together and decide on the best way to mourn our president. Apart from that, I want to say that we need to be very careful in the way we talk, because death can raise emotions, just as emotions are raised now. We need to be sober-minded, because what we say can be easily misinterpreted by others. And that's why in the ways that we use, we need to be very careful. Then we also need to introspect and think of the best, how best we can really mourn our ex-president. If you are aggrieved of something that happened to the ex-president, and you are really touched by maybe what happened to him, and you may be part of the family, or you may be someone who has been helping the family, or someone who's close to the family, I think the best thing to do is, first of all, to introspect and to see how best we can bring unity in all that is happening. If you are, let's say, in the politics, or you are part of the government, or in the ruling party, you also need to know exactly how to speak and how to approach those who may not be speaking the language that you are speaking. One thing that we all need to do is to mourn Mr. Edgar Lungu in dignity, in peace, in love. There's a need to dialogue. Bring what you want to the table. And then think also that Mr. Edgar Lungu, who was our president, was a gift to the country of Zambia, a gift to all of us. And as we know, every president or every former president is supposed to be given a state funeral, official mourning for this person. No matter what, or no matter how aggrieved we are, we can allow the mourning to be in an official way, state mourning, and then we can think of where it should lay in peace. And as a country, we have created a tradition that we put our presidents who have died in one place, and we have been doing that, and it looks like it is a tradition that we already have, that we cannot question, that when the president dies, ex-president dies, we put them to rest at the Embassy Park there. And I think we can give a chance to the government to organize that kind of thing, the burial in that place. And then we know how the state funerals are conducted, where we have all this decorum coming from the army and other officials. And of course, we also realize that he was a commander-in-chief, and I hear that once you are a commander-in-chief, you remain a commander-in-chief. The soldiers will always give that respect to you every time, even when you are not active in the office, because you were once a commander-in-chief, and they want to send you off in that way. And I want to appeal to all of us who are involved in this thing to allow the commander-in-chief to be sent as a commander-in-chief, and it can only be done in an official way, the way the presidents are sent off. We also sympathize, let's say, with the family, and they are mourning, and the loss is bigger than any of us for them, and they are trying to express their emotions, their feelings, and what we need is to listen to their cry and to what they are trying to say. But at the same time, we also need to sympathize with them. Not only that, the family as well needs to understand that this is a difficult time, and it is better that we follow a certain way that is official for burying our people. There may be some contradictions here and there, or emphasizing a lot the thing that was done to him. Whether it is right or not, we don't know exactly. But we call upon all the citizens to be more responsible in this, and to act in love, to act with peace at heart. When you are speaking, you need to realize that what you say may cause chaos or may cause peace. But in this case, we want people to say something that will cause peace for our country. And this is how our president is also going to rest in peace. If we send him, we give him a send-off that is peaceful. Let us allow the normal way of burying a president be followed and be done. And then these other things can come afterwards. And in fact, all these other things that may not be going on well, it's better we push them to other days after we have buried the president.
Vincent, you may be dying with a question.
Yeah, could it be that maybe Zambians are getting used to this kind of funerals? Because I think if you look at when President Mwanawasa died, I think the environment was different to when the other president died and so on. Until now, we see that the emphasis is not that much. Is it that we are getting used to having this kind of funerals, or what is wrong with the Zambians now? Definitely we realize that times change and things change, and circumstances sometimes are different. We see other presidents like President Kaunda. It was a different time and different circumstance. Former president, as Kaunda, former president, at first he had difficulties also. If he died at that time, it would have been different. But there were some reconciliations, and then the president and his successor, or those who came after him, they came together, and he was taken as a father of the nation. And then when he died, of course, it was peaceful, and especially that he also died as a former president and as father of the nation. Then the other two died in office. President Mwanawasa, first before that, President Chiluba. President Chiluba, after he left office, he also passed through a lot of difficulties. And he was always in court, and it wasn't a pleasant time. Fortunately, he didn't die at that time. And so when he died, there were some sort of some reconciliation that had happened. And the one was president by then, President Rupia Banda, was in good terms with Chiluba. So burying him was not a big issue. And then President Sata, of course, he died in office. Is it Sata or Mwanawasa? Mwanawasa died in office, yes. And it was simple because it is in office, and then the procedure was easily followed. President Sata as well, he died in office. The procedure was followed. President Banda, he died, of course. There were no many problems or difficulties as such, and he was in good terms even with the current president. So it wasn't very difficult, and things went smoothly. And then with the current one, of course, there are some difficulties. Some of the things that have caused the difficulties can be summarized in this form. President Lungu, when he lost
the elections, he was very much moved and touched, and he wanted to rest. And so he said, I have retired from politics. Now the constitution and the way we enumerate the ex-president is in such a way that when they retire, they are given what is supposed to be given to them, like pension, if you can say so, or retirement package. Something like first of all is given a salary, which is almost like 80% of the current president, is given an office with staff, all paid by the government. Is given vehicles to allow him to move from one place to another. He is allowed to go on holiday on first class if he's flying out of Zambia, and is given other privileges that is due to an ex-president who is not active in politics. We know President Lungu at first received all these benefits, and then PF was not in a good condition. There were a lot of squabbles, and it wasn't stable. And I think where he was, he thought that it was his responsibility to take care of his party. And so he came out of retirement. And when he came out of retirement, by the way we rule ourselves, the law, what the law says is that if you are active as ex-president, then the benefits are not given to you. And so President Lungu came out of retirement, and the law was taken, or the government withdrew all the benefits. Now, unfortunately, during this time, he was also sick, or maybe he has been sick. Remember, at first he had some difficulties when he just became president. Yeah. And I think that condition may have continued. I don't know exactly. But of course, health is health. So when you feel unhealthy, you would like to have medication and everything. And so this time he has to do his own, because he has no benefits from the government. And it of course it is not easy. And so he was preparing things for himself in terms of medication, medical care, and all that. When it was time that he felt that he really needed medical attention, he took himself to South Africa without the help of the government, and using his own resources. Unfortunately, he dies there. And this is the situation that has brought that has bring us to this thing where we are. We are hearing some messages like he was neglected and all that, but it is coming from this kind of environment where if you become active, the benefits are withdrawn, something like that, and other things that are being said. But what we want to say is that even if things like that happened, or whatever happened, this is the time to come together. Even in our traditional way of living, when someone has died, it's better not to start saying bad things at that time. And even morally or ethically, at this situation, you just look at the situation and say, if we do something that is not correct, the situation is tense, we can cause confusion. And so we become more aware that we need to do what is right. And ethics is about right and wrong. And in this case, you say what can be right in this situation. And that's how we can sort out it.
Yeah. So, Father, you said there's this reality, and then but we have to follow what is right. And so now, from the political side of this event, what could be some of the lessons that we can draw going
forward? We need to do our politics correctly. And in fact, politics are basically about the person, about people, saving people. And it's not about myself who is involved in politics and what I need and all that. But what politics is about saving the others. And so those who are in politics should first introspect and say, whom am I saving? This is my own, or I'm saving the cause of the people. And when they realize that, then they will know what to do in this situation. The most important thing is not about ourselves, about our positions, about our organizations. It's about others in this country, all the people of this country. And they need to be saved in peace. And that's why we need to do something that is correct and that is right at this time. It is a tense time, of course, we know. All that we need to do is to sit down and dialogue. I am calling upon the politicians, both from the ruling and from the opposition, to sit down and dialogue. And when you are dialoguing, try to ask yourself this question: what does the other person? What is the other person trying to say? And then you listen to that other person and you understand. Then the other person also asks what the other person is trying to say. There are times when we just talk without listening to the other person, without even knowing why the other person is, but we keep on defending ourselves. There is a lot of defense from the ruling party, ruling the government, first of all, that there is nothing wrong maybe with what they are doing. And they are not asking the question like, what are these people trying to say? The same with the opposition. They are defending themselves and thinking that it's so about what they are saying. And they both are saying, we don't want to lose this argument. It's not about winning or losing your argument. It's about the people of Zambia. It's about saving the people of Zambia. And it's about respecting the person who has died. And so you need to introspect and listen to your heart and listen to the position of the other. That's how you dialogue. Ask the question, okay, what are you saying here? I'm saying this and this. What are you saying yourself? I'm saying this and this. Where can we meet? And then you find the meeting point. And that's how we can go on with the sending of our beloved ex-president.
Okay, so Father, just as we end, you talked about ethics and being right. Just maybe emphasize in few words from the ethics and moral point of view, what is the right that is supposed to be done in this case in giving a dignified send-off to our former head of state?
Yes, exactly. What is right in this case is to have a peaceful send-off for our ex-president. And if we want to have a peaceful, well-organized send-off, we really need to know what is causing this thing not to happen. And look at yourself. Are you participating in making this thing not to happen properly or not? Think of the best way that this thing can be done. And in a way, and in what should be done at this time is to send off the ex-president in the way that ex-presidents are sent, and try to follow that. And then put aside all the things and let them maybe happen after we have put to rest our ex-president. And we also need to realize that it's a gift to the country of Zambia, and to all of us. We are part of this. The family may be more closer to him, but the entire nation is also part of his life. And let us give him a right send off with dignity and peace.
Father, thank you very much for having joined us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Vincent, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Dear viewers, this is where we come to the end for today's edition. We're looking at the life and death of our former 60th Republican President, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And as Father has said, let us mourn him in peace, and let us send him in a dignified manner as the head of state. Remember, it is a state funeral. Until next time, when we come back for today, that is it. Tata kwena chafinisha bashita sila, kwena chafinisha bashita sila yo. Na meso Yesu ya mubili tata, natwakami mwone na futi. Kwena kumutima kumesu, tulemi mona wishikuna kasiwa. Bashita sila chakadipa, Edgar Chagwa Lungu chakadipa, Edgar Chagwa Lungu Zola tuleila, Lusaka tualila tata, Longula tualila, Chikwata tualila yo, Livingstone tualila yepe. Bashita sila Edgar Chagwa Lungu mutushe muchibote chakwalesa. Datwakala bechike wiko chenu eto mwalangile abe na Zambia. Datwakala befichi tofenu efe umachitile abe na Zambia fisuma. Edgar Chagwa Lungu mutushe muchibote chakwalesa. Afrika tulelila Edgar Chagwa Lungu.